You may not know his name, but if you've been to the Sturgis Rally in the past few decades, you have probably seen his work. He's a lifetime member of the legendary Jack Pine Gypsy Motorcycle Club that started the rally. So how did he make his mark on the rally? The answer as we go along the way to Sturgis. For Bob Moore, climbing on a motorcycle is as natural as breathing is to the rest of us. He started riding in about 1952, riding now for 6.5 decades.
That was the beginning of the love affair and never got over it.
As he buzzes along a gravel road in a local canyon, his impact is preserved in the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum, where he's been inducted into the Hall of Fame. On display, a couple pencil sketches he drew in memory of his friend, the late Pappy Hoyle, who started the Jack Pine Gypsies in 1937, leading to the first rally in 1938. Moore joined the Gypsies in 1968, racing and doing field meets like this one.
Yeah, you couldn't put your feet down. You had to ride up on the plank and stop, and then ride ahead and tilt it down the other way.
He says he's still got that bike. He was president of the Gypsies for 5 years in the 1970s, and for 36 years he managed the club's headquarters as a volunteer from 1978 until 2014. Since then, he's chosen to ride out of the headlights and into the background.
I just still love to ride.
But it's not positions he's held, not racing, not riding that sets him apart. It's something bikers have been wearing on their jackets since 1974, when the Jack Pine Gypsies decided to make a rally patch to sell as a fundraiser to anybody who wanted one. Who designed those patches?
I did. I designed them. It just took off. We didn't put a date on that one because we were scared it wouldn't sell everything, they wiped us out the first year.
So the 75 patch looks the same, except it has the year on it. And so does each patch that's followed.
Everything that says Black Hills Motorcycle Rally and Races was a patch that I put the original outside together and just changed the insides a little as we went. We originally had Bear Butte in the motorcycle. I think we evolved in about 1980 to Mount Rushmore.
In 1994, there was a lawsuit over who owned the design. So Moore says he designed a new patch featuring an eagle's head with the words Gypsy Classic Founders.
I made it so the head would be looking one way one year and one way the other way the next year.
Turns out the Gypsies did indeed own the original design. So they started selling both styles of patches. Moore also designed what became the Gypsies' official club patch in 1985, worn on the back of their jackets. But it's not just patches that make Moore a sort of rally legend.
Well, I talked the guys from Mr. Boston into making the bottle, yeah.
And guess what? Moore says he designed that, too.
It was a ceramic bottle made by Mr. Boston Distillers. And they made 2,500 of those bottles. And the representative from the distillery came to the rally that year and broke the mold in front of the grandstand. So there'd be no more. So those bottles are, what there is what there is.
It's now a collector's item, part of rally history, kind of like Bob himself. Almost 81 years old, he still owns 5 bikes, as his love affair with cycling rolls on. If you've met someone cool along the way, please call or email us to let us know. The colors of those patches changed each year as well. He says his late female companion of 40 years, who also volunteered for the Jack Pine Gypsies, helped pick out those colors. And by the way, he says he's owned, take a guess, how many bikes in his life?
32.
He says about 30.
Wow.
Yeah, about 30 bikes in his lifetime, still owns 5.